This year, our inductees come from local and one from far away. We'll start with the Dibleys. Everybody knows Scott Dibley? There we go. I'll start with Scott. Scott and Dad Ron Dibley are the owners of Dibley Equipment on Parker Road. Scott started pulling in the 1980s with the same garden tractor that Dad drove. By 16, customers and friends would allow him to drive their tractors in a class as long as he helped them throw weights in other classes. In 1993, he and Mike purchased their first hot farm tractor. In 1996, Pumpkin Gone Mad was purchased, but had engine failure a week before the fair, so made its first run down the Chelsea track in 1997. Even though he no longer pulls, the Pumpkin Gone Mad is still in the barn and may come out someday for old time's sake. Scott would like to thank his family and friends for all the support during the pulling year, as well as the Chelsea Fair. Pat Cruz, and he'd also like to thank Will Braheen special for all the mechanical efforts he did on the tractor. So Scott, on behalf of the Chelsea Community Fair, we'd like to give you and Dad a plaque, and your names are on the plaque that are now out in the scale house, and we got a couple of Chelsea Tractor Pull t-shirts for you guys. And I'd like to thank you for all the years that you, Dad, and Grandpa dedicated to the Chelsea Fair. You got something you'd like to say? No. Let's give them a big hand. The Dibleys down on Parker Road, your local Bobcat dealer. Okay, now I'm going to turn it over to my daughter Elizabeth and my granddaughters here, Kylie. We've got Mr. Lee Butts out of Fairgrove, Michigan. Lee and Connie are here with us. They've been dealing with us for several years. They come down early. They were here Thursday night. They'll be staying here till Sunday. Many years come down here and they spend the whole weekend on the fairground. So what do you got, Elizabeth?
All right, Lee pulled from 71 to 83 and had to take some time off while he was battling cancer. He purchased the press-on in 2008 while recovering from cancer. He's a retired farmer from Fairgrove, Michigan, and still drives truck hauling for the farm. He's won a class at Bowling Green this year. He's a 3-time Wolverine points champ. His dream is to win an indoor pull in Kentucky. He just came off a win in Adrian. Last year he was the NTPA Hooker of the Year with the most hooks, and typically he will hook 35 to 40 times a year. And he will be celebrating 15 years cancer-free.
Hey, let's give him a hand. Mr. Lee Butts and the press-on. Lee, same way, we got shirts and plaques for you, and your name will be on the Hall of Fame plaque down in the weight. We want to thank Lee for bringing the tractor around. Scott, thank you for the Dibley family for all your years. Thank you, Lee. All right, guys, we're ready to get going. Let's go tractor pulling.